Yes, hello once again, welcome back to Classic Dirt Bike TV, and as you know, we've just recently returned from the 2 days of filming at the 2023 Telford Classic Dirt Bike Show, and over the course of those 2 days we did film some really nice classic motorcycles, and in this little video clip here we've put a little preview together of some of the machines that you will be able to see in the coming weeks and months here on my CDB TV channel. So let's get down to business and jump straight into our first machine. So this bike here will be the first machine that we'll be featuring from the 2023 Telford Classic Dirt Bike Show, and this is a rare HIS 360 Rotax powered bike, and it's just one of only 2 prototypes that were ever built by HIS. Now this lovely 1978 440 twin shock Michael is another bike built by ex-Works Kramer rider Keith Ree, and this bike was actually up for sale over the course of the weekend, but also up for sale was Keith's very nice Honda CR 500 Evolution bike, and this was on display on the Whole Lab Concepts stand at the show. Now also coming up on CDB TV, we'll be featuring this 1978 Frigerio Puch 175, which was another old classic that was being offered up for sale by Felipe from Old Nobles, who informs me that he's now selling off all of his machines and now moving permanently to the south of France. But look out for this bike coming up soon. Now also we'll be doing a feature on this lovely 1977 CCM, which belongs to Rob Hughes, and Rob tells me that he now has an example of every CCM model ever made. So look out for a feature on this bike. But certainly one of the classics that I'm looking forward to showcasing is this gorgeous Rintut Wasp RT3 with that fantastic 600 Norton Dominator 4-stroke engine in the frame. But as you can see, a beautiful bike, so look out for this machine coming soon to my video channel. Again, another bike to watch out for is this Schenny Aberg BSA belonging to Peter Hollinshead, and I'm pretty sure that I heard Peter telling me that this bike is currently undergoing some form of restoration. But again, another belter of a thumper classic. And we'll also be having a look around this 1979 KX125 Kawasaki belonging to Simon Chamberlain, another very nice example here of one of those old twin shock 125 Screamers. Now also on that same stand on the day we had this nice 1980 YZ125 Yamaha, which wasn't a fully stock original example, but nonetheless another bike certainly worthy of a feature here on CDB TV. Now this is Kevin Thornton's 1981 125 KTM, another one of those very rare Austrian-made motorcycles that you seldom see on racetracks these days, but this bike of Kevin's is certainly a little beauty, that's for sure, and it's in line to be shown here on my YouTube channel. Now sitting on the Wolfsport stand was this rare 1982 490 Michael prototype belonging to Norbert van Dun, and apparently this was just a development bike that never actually went into production because it did have a very similar rear suspension linkage system that was developed by Honda a couple of years earlier. But certainly look out for the lowdown on this rare bike. But another nice machine was this 1966 Mark I Bultaco Pursang, which they called the Model 11 for some strange reason. But again, another superbly restored old Spanish classic. Now this bike here was the very first time that I'd seen a British made dot frame without a Villiers motor sitting in the chassis, and this Peter Remington bike had a nice CZ250 twin port motor in the chassis. So this is another bike that we'll feature very soon. Now a twin shock classic once again, this 1971 400 cross Husqvarna was all restored back in 2013 and apparently never used since then, but currently it was advertised for sale at just £12,000. And our next featured machine is another quite nicely tricked up Honda twin shock red Rocket, a bike that was given the complete bling and beauty treatment by all of the guys at Phil Denton Engineering. And this quite nice 500WR Yamaha was certainly attracting a lot of attention at the show, and whether it was actually offered for sale or maybe just sitting on display, I wasn't exactly sure, but you don't see many of these wide ratio 500 Yamahas nowadays. Although I certainly did come across this nice Italian TGM 250 C81. Again, another bike that was up for sale for just £5,500. But these TGMs were more popular in their native Italy than they ever were here in the UK. But still a nice looking race bike all the same. But certainly another one of the classics that we'll be showcasing soon will be Chris Chell's 1971 Shenny B50 BSA, a bike that's already got 4 British Classic Championship titles under its belt, so look out for Chris's bike coming soon. But another nice twin shock KTM was this 1979 125 GS Enduro, which once more has been fully restored with lots of new old stock original parts bolted onto it. And this bike is again offered for sale at quite a decent price, I thought, but we will add the seller's price and name when I post the video. But finally, another bike scheduled to appear on CDB TV is this fully refurbished 1979 Honda CR 125. As I said, one of the hundreds of immaculately refurbished old race bikes that adorned the halls at the Telford International Centre this year. So there you have it. That's just a very small selection of the bikes that we filmed over the course of the 2023 Telford Classic Dirt Bike Show. And of course you can see all of those featured machines in their entirety, and of course many more when you retune to Classic Dirt Bike TV. So until the next time, I hope everybody keeps safe and well out there, and I hope you retune to see more of these old school motorcycles right here on your #1 and favourite Classic Dirt Bike TV channel.